Good morning. This is Keisha Spivey, and I'm bringing you your Friday Fire. I was just driving in my car on the way to Dunkin' Donuts this morning, and I was singing the song that was playing, talking about I'm living in the overflow. I'm living in the overflow. And I stopped my car and was about to get out, and the Lord said to me, that's the problem. People don't even know what the overflow is. The world has us so confused, thinking that the overflow is my bank account is overflowing. The overflow is I ain't got no problems. The overflow is I'm not going through anything. No, the overflow comes from having a personal relationship with Jesus. Knowing that when you've got him, you've got every single thing that you need. Doesn't matter how much money is in your account if he's your source. It doesn't matter what the doctor has said if he's your healer. It doesn't matter what attacks are coming your way. The Bible tells me that they're going to form, but they're not going to prosper. Living in the overflow has absolutely nothing to do with your circumstances, and it has everything to do with the Christ that dwells and lives on the inside of you. So today, instead of complaining and whining and comparing and looking around at all your problems, I want you to take a look at your position. Are you seated in Christ Jesus? Because if you're seated in him, you have access to every solution, to every source, to everything you could ever need. Stop looking at lack and get your mindset on the fact that all you got to do is take back what the enemy stolen through the power of God. You can rise and overcome through the power of God. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead that we just celebrated on last weekend, that same power lives on the inside of you. So you are living in the overflow. Today, tap into the overflow of power, the overflow of joy, the overflow of peace, the overflow of his presence, the overflow of the promises that he's made to you. And no matter what comes at you, respond with, I'm living in the overflow. No matter who comes at you and says something contrary to what you think they should say, I'm living in the overflow. Regardless of what your bank account balance is today, get fixed on Jesus and say, okay, God, I'm believing for increase and for the more. So what will you have me to do? I'm living in the overflow. I'm a personal living example. God had me quit my job and give up my salary because he said so. And he said, I got to be your source, Keisha. I got to have you looking to me, not to your paycheck. And I'm sitting here today saying I'm living in the overflow. Doesn't mean I got everything in the physical. It doesn't mean everything's perfect. It doesn't mean I'm not facing anything. It just means I know who my source is. And I know where my help comes from. My help comes from the Lord. I'm living in the overflow. And on this Friday, I hope you are too. Follow me on YouTube at I am Keisha B. Spivey if you want more of these. I'm excited about living in the overflow every day of my life, and you can too. God bless you, and until next Friday, do you to the max.